Ma Ferefuna e le qua.
Okay, guys, I am called to do another Who is Your Enemy? I thought I was done with those for now. Apparently not. Okay, so where are we starting? Are we starting with Hanson Roberts? No, we're going to start with Tarot of the Modern Witch. I don't know why, but we are. Okay. All right, guys, immediately on the split, I have the Lovers and the Nine of Swords. I'm going to tell you right now, spoiler alert. Your enemy is the one who wants you back. Yep, you heard it right. I can't believe this, but maybe that's why I'm called to do this. Okay, so 2 cards popped out already for the significator. For the who is this person? I've got the Knight of Swords. This could be a black man, a dark-skinned man. Doesn't have to be, because Tarot of the Modern Witch has a lot of my people in it. We have African Americans. I am Afro-Caribbean. So let's see. And the who is the Nine of Cups, and this is a woman. But I have both a man and a woman here. Remember, this is a collective reading. Don't get crazy. Okay. Tarot of the Modern Witch. It's really super cute. I'm so glad that I have it, because the art, the more I study it, the more I love it. So one more card, and then we're going to briefly talk about who. Because I already know why. Okay, they want in. Okay, because they're out. Okay, one more card, please. Split again, Three of Pentacles, which depicts a nude woman with pubic hair. She is overweight, and there is a woman who is drawing. A young woman is drawing, so there's an artist involved in the mix. Remember, I'm not taking these cards, I'm just observing. And Six of Cups, definitely somebody from your past. Somebody got involved with a heavy woman, or a heavy, let's just say a heavy person. You could be the younger. Someone else could be older. Wow. Oh, damn. We have the Magician. So, in the upright. So, the person who's wanting to come in is pissed off as hell. You know, in the Tarot of the Modern Witch, the Knight of Swords doesn't look angry. He looks determined. And he's on a white horse. And he's holding up his sword. And I get the feeling that the person who's coming toward you, who wants to, I'm positive of it, okay, is saying, you are my wish fulfillment. I want you. I will let nothing stop you. And with the Magician in the upright, I have to say that somehow this person has gone through some kind of a transformation, or is saying, as above, so below. You are my wish fulfillment, whether you're good for me or not. Okay? But this person from your past, don't get crazy and be reaching out to people from your past. Okay? Another card wanted to pop out, and I'm going to take it, even though that makes it 4, because we have the Four of Pentacles upright, and we have a woman that is not letting go. Flip the roles, the genders, whatever, slice them, dice them, combine them, he, she, they, them. It's all good, okay? It's all good as long as you live with integrity and hurt none, then you are okay. Only you know your path. We each have our preferences. Okay, I think I'm going to stop with Tarot of the Modern Witch. Now, why? Let us discover why. What are we using? Where am I going? I don't know what I'm going to use. Oh, I know what I'll use. Hang on a second. You guys won't feel a thing. I'm going to grab the smaller version of Monty Farber and Amy Zerner's tarot. I believe it's called the Enchanted Tarot. Amy Zerner is the artist already. Okay, so I didn't even get to do much. The Three of Wands in reverse. We need 3 cards for the why. I've got like a little pot of Nivea here. And I think I'm going to allow channeling because I feel like I can't avoid it. Okay, we have the Three of Wands in reverse. Wow, okay. We have the Emperor. Oh, shit. Okay. Don't reach out. Remember, Emperor or Empress, especially, well, Empress. Somebody could be Asian. The Four of Swords in Amy Zerner's art that has flown out. So let me tell you the order they flew out because I'm going to keep them. We have the Prince of Wands in reverse. So why? Okay, before I get, well, I'll tell you what they are. So we have the Four of Swords and we have the Two of Cups in reverse. Why are they trying to reach out? Three of Wands in reverse. Because they feel that they have been misled, because they feel that they went in the wrong direction and they made a poor choice. Amy Zerner's art depicts some cherubs here, almost around what you might call a maypole, except there's 3 poles, okay? Always remember the numbers 1 too many. And then we have the Emperor in the upright. Somebody could be Middle Eastern. Somebody could be from the Middle East. The Emperor and Amy Zerner's art is most definitely an homage to someone from the Middle East, definitely. And then we have the Prince of Wands in reverse for the why. This person feels that they took some reckless action for which they are paying dearly. Also for the why, here is the Asian. We've got the Four of Swords. It's a kind of Buddha here in Amy Zerner's art. And the 4 swords surround him. 2 of them kind of seem to bypass the crown chakra. He has a look of consternation on his face, and the other 2 seem to approach him, the other 2 swords, but they look like batons here, or somewhat sheathed. They don't look dangerous. This person has gone into some level of meditation, maybe reaching back to the ancestors. Again, we have somebody who's of Middle Eastern descent or hails from that part of the beautiful world. It's a beautiful country. I would like to visit it very, very much. And the Four of Swords is an Asian man. Apply it how it works for you. And then with the 2 of Hearts in reverse, that's the 2 of Cups for everyone, okay, that's familiar with the traditional tarot. They're saying, and I will summarize it as we move along, they're saying, I made a poor choice. I feel I was misled. I feel I was misled by naked people. And there could be an element of some debauchery here, with the Emperor showing very strongly they feel powerful, but they don't have what they really want, because this is a contemplative Emperor. Prince of Wands, he's looking right at himself, essentially saying, I was reckless, I've screwed up. And in Amy Zerner's fabric art, he's holding a wand, but it's flowering, you know, it's got a great big flower on it, and he's looking at it. And I feel like it's like, my God, what have I done? You know, letting the days go by. Okay, so somebody likes the Talking Heads, I'm sure of it. All right, so let's see. How is this person going to be outed? I really feel strongly about this woman, the Four of Pentacles, who's got her stupid feet on each of the pentacles there. I'm not saying she's stupid, but it's stupid. She is a white woman, you know, let's say Caucasian. Brown hair. You know, this could be talking about this person's natural hair color, because these are very natural cards, of course. Like the Magician is a beautiful African-American girl with her pom-pom puffs on her head. She's very natural. She's wearing almost like a nightgown, white with a red night dress cover over her. Very natural. So I think that the woman who is the Four of Pentacles is probably naturally a brunette if she doesn't change her hair. And she looks like, yeah, nobody's taking this from me. Okay, I get it. I get it. All right, so now for the how they're going to be outed, let's move from Monty Farber and Amy Zerner. The small one, I feel called to do it again. No. Where are we going? Where are we going? I feel like I'm going to go with the Cosmic Tarot. Am I? No. Yes, I am. Let's go to Cosmic Tarot for the how are they going to be outed. On the split, I've got again 3 Pentacles, 3 in reverse, Ace of Wands, upright. You know, somebody's got the hots for you. That's all I'm going to say. That looks like a penis, but, you know, then again, and I'm not penis-centric, okay? I don't really remember, so. My choice. I enjoy spending years as a celibate monk because that's when I do my greatest work, okay? Okay. Cosmic Tarot for the how and why. Got the, oof, shit. 10 of Swords in reverse, 5 of Swords in reverse. This person just feels utterly desolate without you. Now I've got on the split 10 of Swords again in reverse, Princess of Swords. There's definitely a Caucasian woman somehow influencing or having spying. You got somebody watching you. I'm not trying to make you feel paranoid. Always be safe. I still get nothing. Maybe because I've already outed you. Okay, 3 of Cups in reverse because their partner, they are currently partnered. I really will get confirmation. They feel partnered or having recently been partnered. Maybe the 10 of Swords, 5 of Swords. Maybe they've broken up. And with that Princess of Swords, I'm thinking that it was a woman who was like, I know what you're doing. You still are in love with him or her. Now, flip the roles and the genders. It could be same sex. I truly don't care. You know, I've got tons of friends that are gay, and they're the best friends I've ever had. I also have some people that are not my friends who are gay. Okay, so, damn. 5 of Swords. They want to heal. Now, in the Cosmic Tarot, this is a very suspicious card because there's something that looks very much like an inverted Vitruvian man and a pentagram kind of thing. You know, I think it's more like the Vitruvian man and that his head is pointing up. He wants to be restored. You know, I think he's probably with the sword speaking his truth. Like, I can't keep my mouth shut anymore. Yes, I'm in love with this person. Flip the gender. Toss your salad. I happen to know what that means. I think. Maybe I don't, but I don't dare look it up. Okay, on the split, Queen of Pentacles and the 5 of Cups in reverse. This person's going to out himself. This person is going to out him or herself. You know, flip the genders. Ooh. 8 of Wands. Another Asian-looking guy doing some kind of kung fu hustle move. 8 of Wands. Lightning could be significant. Okay, one more, please. Lightning strikes. Maybe once, maybe twice. One more, please, for how are we exposing him? I think this person exposes themselves and says, I've had enough of it, really, truly. Got a reference to Livingston Seagull. He's going to jump over mountains. He doesn't care. He's like, hi-ya! I'm going for it. Ooh. Wheel of Fortune in reverse. Okay. So the exposure here is because it is apparent to everyone. Somebody's Jewish. Somebody studies the Kabbalah. Uranus, Neptune, significant. Wheel of Fortune in reverse. Everybody can see this. Everyone sees that this person's fortunes, whether they be physical or spiritual, have taken a turn for the worse. This person wants to restore their mental health, okay? Don't go reaching into the past. I'm going to say that again. I don't know. I don't have cards that tell me not to do this. I feel like I need to tell you, don't reach out. You attract if this is what you want. You know, I'll keep my opinions to myself. Let's see if the Cosmic Tarot wants to say anything else. The World in reverse, because they feel it's not over. On the split, the Three of Cups in reverse. They're saying, I don't want to be a part of this debauched group, this debauched couple. Maybe this person was with somebody who was very much a bad influence. You know, because I can't deny that, you know, his energy is shown up as the Magician. His energy is the Knight of Swords, but doesn't look angry. He also shows up as the Emperor and the Four of Swords, having been very pensive, having contemplated. Oops, my hands are going numb. Oh, okay, yeah. On the split, this person says, it's not over. It can't be over. I still dream of you. I still think of you without your clothes on. I am stubborn like a bull. I roar like a lion. I see you in my dreams. I'm getting chills all over my body. I see you as the raven. You know, the Eight of Cups in the Cosmic Tarot looks like John Travolta to me. I think John Travolta's hot, okay? I believe he's taken, so we won't feel that way. I love you, John. Okay, Eight of Cups upright. Yeah, this person has a lot of regret. 2 8s. There's a synchronicity here. Ah, I shouldn't have put that away, but I accidentally did. Let me see where I put it. Well, that's okay. All right. Anything else to say from the exposure? I think he's like, I'm boning out of here. I'm out of here. From whatever he was in, is in, I'm not sure. Remember, these are going to be timeless because that's just the way it works. So whether he has already boned out of his current situation where he felt like, you know, oh my gosh, I know what this is. I know what this is. He realizes that someone, I think it's the Four of Pentacles woman who's trying to hold on to, like, for dear life. Well, for dear pentacles, because that's a materialistic emphasis there. I think that somebody literally was trying to do some kind of bullshit love spells on a man. Flip the roles. And he has discovered that that's what fucked up his mind. You know, that's why I say don't reach out, because everybody has to take responsibility for the choices that they have made. Oh, God. Death. Princess of Wands in reverse. This man could have gotten some bad news about his health. I think it would be corporal, because I don't see a lot of emphasis on the mind. I see him trying to heal his mind, having healed his mind. But death and that card, you know, it also could be that he got news that somebody was trying to do a death spell. Maybe on you, sweetheart. Let's let it speak one more pass. Because we have the exposure. We understand the exposure. He is looking back in the Eight of Wands upright. I think he sees that this wench down here. Now, remember, no one should ever do any kind of love spells or weird spells. I don't believe that's necessary. When you have ascended, when you have transmuted the lower energies, the 3D energies, when you feel like you can identify with operating in the 4D, in the 5D and beyond, you understand you don't have to do anything. You don't even really have to protect yourself. I pray a lot. Of course, I watch my environment and I'm hyper aware of everything because I am. But you don't have to do spells. What happens when you do love spells is they invariably will backfire. Sooner or later, you're gonna be mine. I mean, it always comes back. Okay, doesn't want to say anything else. Are we done here? We're at 20 minutes. Well, we're not. Oh my gosh! No way! No way! He is the emperor. You guys, I don't know what I'm going to do with this for you. I'm going to have to make it very apparent that the person from your past that wants to come back has made it to emperor status through religion, through contemplation, through centeredness, and understanding that he has not done the right thing and wants to make things right. I'm not absolving this person because only God can do that. Only Jesus can do that. We forgive. We make our apologies. We make them sincere. But remember that Jesus asks us to forgive others as we ask him to forgive us. That's why in forgiveness there is the apology, you know. Maybe if this person never spoke an apology to you, they feel it. But remember, actions speak louder than words. If they never said the words, then hopefully their actions show that they are sorry. But, you know, the words have to happen. So we got 5 of Swords in reverse there, and they have to be the right ones. Okay, so the Cosmic Tarot isn't saying anything else. Okay, so where are we going? I know what I'm going to do here at the end. I know what I'm going to do. Let's get something a little bit different. We're going to go to the Wonderland Tarot. This is Christopher John Abbey's art. Wonderland Tarot to, ooh, Wheel of Fortune upright. Queen of Oysters. I believe that's the Queen of Pentacles. You know, because this is the outcome. Now that was a split. Okay. I get the Wheel of Fortune again. I'm not kidding you. This person wants to turn it around, wants to circle it around to make it right. Again, Wonderland Tarot. What I like about them is that they have, they're not over laminated. At the bottom of the deck, we have Strength. This person feels like they're ready to approach you again. Now, remember, if this is a person who's completely unavailable, and if you're going to, if the person you're wondering about is completely unavailable, I mean, I'm not saying that they wouldn't be the person, because this is definitely somebody from your past. I mean, they could literally break off a relationship, end a marriage, end everything, sell everything, get rid of everything, and say, I'm at your mercy. You know, here I am. Lord have mercy. Wow. I thought I was getting into something totally different, but the Spirit always, you know, the Holy Spirit is always going to speak. How about that? Okay. Hasn't, you know, produced anything yet. So what is the outcome of this? If it doesn't speak soon, then I'll switch. Come on. Nope, too many. Oh my gosh! No way! Oh my gosh. Okay, so this is the World. So the World card. This person wants to complete with you. Feels incomplete without you and says, you are my Alice in Wonderland. Maybe your name is Alice. Maybe their name is Alice. Wow. Okay, I think we're going to take, okay, 2 of oysters. I'm going to have to look this up to make sure. Pardon me just a minute. I'm going to pause it. I need to make sure that oysters are pentacles. Hang on, okay? Okay, and we're back. All right, so in the Wonderland Tarot, oysters are definitely pentacles. Peppermills are wands. Hats are cups and flamingos are swords. Isn't that funny? Okay, so he says, I have made a decision. You are my world. Now, Alice is looking back from my perspective to the left at the rest of the reading. 8 of Wands in reverse would be, nope, that's not what this is. This is the 10 of Wands. He says, this has been such a burden for me to carry. It's in reverse. I want to speak my truth and tell you why. Oh my. Okay, hang on. Now we have 4 of peppermills in reverse. This person is going to break off a relationship or literally break off a, this is about, enemies and stuff. And obviously it's going to involve, for some of you, jobs. Maybe this is a real estate project that this person says, fuck it, I'm done. This also could represent the dismantling of a home, i.e. a divorce. Let's keep going with this. What else do you want to say, Emperor dear, now that you have found yourself? Okay. Hurt a lot of people in the process, though. Hurt Alice in Wonderland. Why did you hurt our Alice in Wonderland? Don't hurt her. She's just creative and interested and an explorer, okay? What else do you want to say? Hang on. On the split, the Fool in reverse. And the 7 of Swords. My goodness. He says, I did something I shouldn't have done. I was being strategic. He feels like he had to. Justice on the split. And the 7 of Flamingos upright. Okay, so he says, I want to make it right. Give us one more card because this is so freaking fascinating. One more card about the outcome, or should I switch now? I think I'm going to do something different here. And then I'll summarize because we're at 27 minutes. This is going longer than I wanted it to, but who cares? Ooh. Okay, too many. Do I go to Romance Angels? What do you think, guys? Hasn't said a word. Okay. Ooh, my hands are going numb. Wow. 9 of Wands, which is the 9 of peppercorns. And again, the 9 of hats with the raven. Again, a reference to the raven. Maybe you have black hair. Okay, so let's read this. Wow. I am intrigued. Okay, guys and gals. This is what we've got going on. The person there is a person from your past who wants and greatly desires to come back into your world. Part of your world. Okay, so this person wants to come back. Somebody likes The Little Mermaid, obviously. I don't remember the movie. It wasn't my favorite. I was really busy. I had like kids all over the place. I, had stepkids, our kids, my kid. We had 5 kids together. And it was so much fun. Some of the best times of my life were with all those children. So we have this man who greatly desires to come in. It could be a woman. Flip it. I'm not going to say that again. They are in the upright. They say, you are my wish fulfillment. I'm not angry. I just want to cut everything out of my life and come directly for you. I want to come towards you. And interestingly, again, in the tarot of the modern witch, this horse looks very calm. It doesn't look out of control. In fact, it's calm. It's calm. The wind is blowing, but the rider here is not out of control. Neither is the horse. You are my wish fulfillment. I know how to manifest you back. At least I'm trying my best. And then there's this heifer down here, and I don't know what she's doing, but somebody is saying, I really feel strongly about this. I'm not letting this go, or I'm going to take your 4 pentacles before you do that. And it could be that he says, I've hung on to you this whole time, even though I didn't let anyone know. And then we get to Monty Farber and Amy Zerner for, that was the Who. Now we're at Y. 3 of Wands are in reverse. The Emperor upright, Prince of Wands in reverse. He also says, I'm tired of being a freaking player, because most definitely Prince of Wands in reverse is player energy, reckless energy, living in a way that is not for the best for anyone involved. 4 of Swords upright, 2 of Hearts, which is 2 of Cups in reverse. I lost you through my own folly. I knew better. I was reckless. I had to search inside myself, and now I've lost you. The exposure is a 5 of Swords. I think that this man has figured out that somebody did some black magic shit on him. Don't do that, because even if you got a temporary effect, it would only work on somebody whose mind is weak enough for this to work. Okay? And I'm not saying that everybody who has a weak mind can be affected, but what I mean is sometimes people who are compromised by health issues, psychological issues, literally psychiatric issues, on medication, on drugs, on drink, doing a lot of things in excess, consistently and persistently. 5 of Swords in reverse. I know somebody, this person found evidence. I think this is that one story where this person found evidence, or this is like that story because I can't remember which reading it was. And again, the Emperor, but looking very Christ-like, maybe Christ-centered, Christ consciousness. With the Wheel of Fortune in reverse, saying everybody can see that I'm miserable and that I want to make my way back to you. I have to jump over this 5 of Swords black magic that was being done to me, probably by a Caucasian woman. You could be a black man. I don't care whether this is interracial or not. No one cares. Everyone just wants to see everybody else happy so that we can go, yay, okay? Now, for the outcome here, we've got Alice in Wonderland, who is turned away from the male, probably your male. Flip the genders. Oops, I said it. Oops, I did it again. Okay, so I love you, Brittany. And this person definitely suffers from some level of mental illness, and when I say that, I say it with love, because it is not a crime to have mental illness. You get help, you get through it. Sometimes medication is called for. People can heal and not require any kind of medication when they change their lives. It's, I'm not a medical doctor. I'm definitely not a psychiatrist, so don't come for me. Okay, so she's not looking. She's like, I'm looking over here. Is there something else for me to find? The woman that he wants, is waiting for someone else because she's, looks like she's on a kind of trellis. She looks like she's looking over her shoulder. You could feel like you're looking over your shoulder, kind of like, huh? She doesn't expect him coming. Looks like he's going to offer her property. Because in this Wonderland Tarot, the gentleman dressed in his finery is offering his best oysters, and they look suspiciously to be mounted on a big rock. That's real estate. He's going to say, look, I promise I'm not a shithead anymore. Here, I have something to give you. Not everybody can afford to literally give their beloved a house and say, take it, it's yours. Because this could also mean somebody saying, here's my favorite CD collection or my ancient vinyl collection. This is really important to me. I want you to have it because that's how much I really appreciate you and I love you and I'm sorry. I want to give you something tangible that you can hold, Alice. With the 10 of Peppermills in reverse, he says, I want to release this burden. I need, whether he's wrong or right, he feels that she is the right person. With the 4 of Peppermills in reverse, he says, see here, I have, because he almost looks like he's delivering a message. I have dismantled my life, this relationship, this house, this project, this thing, because 9 of peppermills, because I really only want to come towards you. I want to release this feeling of fear, this feeling of having to be guarded around someone. This is a footman. The frog is a footman. Maybe he says, I'm going to bring this peppermill to you because I want to be at your beck and call. Just let me please rest like a little frog at your feet. The footman here is a frog. I don't know. I can't tell the difference between frogs and toads, really. And then we have the 9 of hats, which is the 9 of cups, which has the raven. Now, interestingly, this raven is sitting on a writing desk. There is no quill in the ink pot. I believe that this is a message that this person wants to send. Maybe they're sending it through me to you. That says, no matter what has come before, you are my wish fulfillment. And as promised, let's go to Romance Angels to see, really, now that we know what's going on, what do you really want from this person? Because Alice is not looking at you. She looks like she's in a state of expectation. She's in a slightly suspended animation. I mean, if you look at the art on the world in the Wonderland Tarot, she's looking somewhere else. She's waiting for someone else. She's like, I don't think she's waiting for a particular person because we don't see anything about love here. She's just like, that cycle is over, and she doesn't know that this man is soon approaching. I mean, like now. Mercury retrograde, be careful. That's all I'm going to say. I don't want to rain on your parade of potentials here because this actually looks really good. I have to tell you that. Oh my gosh. Okay. So let me, this person wants to flirt with you. And it says, give your relationship a chance. My goodness. It says, extend your lighthearted energy to others. Romance Angels. Give your relationship a chance. Says, work on your partnership. We're not here to heal other people. We may heal people along the way or choose people to heal, but you really, in situations like this, you don't want to heal a person of their issues due to their consequences, okay? Because that just messes up the whole cycle and you interfere. It's not, this isn't a dog training session. They have to come as you are, as you were. Oh my gosh, that could be significant. Come as you are. Come as you are. If you have contact with this person and they're going to come towards you, they have to come as they are. They cannot, come as you were, meaning the way that I remember you. This card doesn't belong here. I actually got the Wisdom Well. And it's card 15. It doesn't have any writing on it. I just happen to know it's a child. It's an owl. And what this card is called The Child Within. And the text that accompanies it is, the moth must fly to the moon. My wings have grown beyond the cradle of the chrysalis. Okay. I don't spend all my time memorizing these. I just happen to know that shouldn't be there. One more. Let's give this guy a chance. Okay, I'm feeling for him. I think what should we do? If the Romance Angels tell us, I think we better stop with the Romance Angels. I can't believe that the Wisdom Well was in there. Okay, happens. Let's get one Gypsy Oracle. One Gypsy Oracle. What does he do? What happens? Let's just get a what happens scenario. Okay, so now that we understand this man really could have had to fight through a lot of his demons, and I hope he continues because I don't see that there's a whole lot of work that needs to be done other than on himself, and this relationship can be healed. Give us one, Gypsy thing. One. Woo! Oh my gosh. We've got the Gypsy Oracle card of waiting. This is Espera. And that's a woman. I think that you are aware of this. I think that you may or may not be waiting for this, but I think her posture says, I knew it would be a matter of time because he couldn't have been all bad, could he? Well, as the omens portend, this gentleman is not, I have to defend him. I have to. He's not all bad. There was some good in there. There is some good in there. All right, there you go. I'm going to take a picture of all this for you and move it along. God bless you all. Make good choices. Sorry, this went a little bit long, but there is hope for those of you who, yes, your enemy perceived by you or perceived by others as well. This person has redeemed themselves. Now, I can't vouch for what they're going to do because then we'd be here all night. If you would like a reading with me, head over to ritayanez.com, follow the links above, and let me know. All right, take good care. God bless you all. Make good choices. Don't reach out. Let it come to you. Be safe, though, okay? Because that Four of Pentacles woman is giving me a vibe that makes me uncomfortable. Let's draw. Oh, yeah. Whoa, wait. Oh, no, I'm going to have to say it. Okay. All right. So I'm going to have to go with the channeled messages. The answers you seek are unavailable until the mist clears. Okay. That I know that. Not because obviously I'm trying to clear the mist. Somebody could be in prison or going to prison because I'm getting the manipulation sensation. I'm getting the federal sensation, the federal crime, do the federal time. Spirit, go ahead. Go ahead. Just a moment. 555. I can't deny it. 555. Something unexpected is going to happen and a door will be open for you or for him. Spirit, go on. Oh, Lord, somebody is definitely going to prison. Don't be a prison wife or husband. You know, I shouldn't say a word. I shouldn't say a word because I did have a classmate. I won't say her name or anything. I don't know what's become of her, but she's a very good person and spent a lot of time as a prison type wife because her husband was in jail or in prison on an unnecessary 3 strikes rule. No violent crimes, nothing like that. So I should stop with that. But yeah, I want to say the devil finds work for idle hands. There's a financial crime. There's some kind of an illusion surrounding a financial crime. Somebody's definitely going to get in trouble here if they're not already. And definitely some, if not a love spell, confusion spell. If there was a woman that did some kind of love spell or a domination spell or freaking end you spell if you leave me, it is backfired because what I can see here is that all he wants is Alice. Take good care.